So what happens when you mix the uniqueness of a roguelite with the chaos of a game like Broforce? You get Caveblazers. We're going to talk about it. All right, guys, so yeah, we are talking Caveblazers today, which is a new Switch release from Deadpan Games and the Yogs cast. Now, this has been on Steam for a little while, but it just came out on Switch a couple weeks ago. Now, one of the things I really like about this game is just the crazy amount of unlockables that are in it, as you're seeing here. This game is very difficult. It is one of the hardest games I've ever played, but it is so ridiculously rewarding just based on how much stuff you can collect, unlock, and play with. As you can see here, you're able to change your outfit entirely. You can change your hairstyle, your facial hair, your shirt, your pants, and your hat. I am here going with apparently the Black Knight from Monty Python. But that'll change once I go inside because I actually screwed the footage up here. Anyway, so as you're going through, you're actually trying to get through this massive dungeon from the caves into the temple. And combat's pretty standard for roguelites like this. You have an attack for melee, you have an attack for ranged. And where things get really crazy is the amount of items that you can pick up. You see these little blessings that I'm picking up, and these all kind of enhance your attacks and enhance your abilities. That's a teleportation rune, which jumps you back to the top of the level you're currently in. But yeah, there's all kinds of enemies and all kinds of hazards that you have to run into, like this little goblin guy here landed on the spikes and went kaboom. But yeah, lots of gore. Lots of exploding particles of blood and yuck, but it's just such a fun game, but it's so ridiculously hard. For something so simple, I would expect it to have, or you might expect it to have some simplistic gameplay. And in truth, the gameplay really is pretty simple. It's, you've got some magic that you can use. You have a ranged attack, like I said, and a melee attack. But the game is so difficult and so hard to master despite the basic simplicity of it. There's also some excellent coin explosions, as you're seeing here from the red chests. The way the game is laid out, every 2 levels that you complete, you are going to encounter a boss fight. Now, that might sound basic and might sound pretty simple and like it's going to be pretty easy to achieve, but I assure you, you are going to become very good friends with the game over screen, showing you just how inferior you are at this title. It's not that it's hard for the sake of being hard. It's just a very unique challenge and a different way to play a game. And it's not so difficult that you're not going to want to keep coming back because, like I said, the amount of unlockables and things that you can find in the game to both, cosmetically enhance your character on that first cave you enter, or the stuff that you can find in game to use as weapons is awesome. One of the neat things about it is there's some really cool, like you just saw there, that altar there that you can actually pay some gold and get items from. There's also ones where you can trade in magic items and you'll get something different. It's pretty cool. Now that is a crapshoot. That's completely randomized. You don't know exactly what item you're going to get, but if you saw there, I also got a blessing that says enemies will start dropping items more. This is especially useful if you can find it because items can be hard to come across. But the more you get, the more you're going to survive. This one here is a healing altar, as you can see there. You pay gold and you heal up. And that's what the gold is primarily used for, at least what I've found so far. I got to admit, I'm not terribly far into the game yet because, as I said, I'm very bad at it. But I've had a lot of fun with it. It's a rare game that you play and you immediately want to just, kind of shout it from the rooftops and evangelize the thing for people to pick up and to try out. And this is one of those games. I'm actually pretty lucky that I got this and Super Lucky's Tale on the same day. And both of them are just like that. Like I made a post on Twitter showing a cutscene from, or a screenshot from Super Lucky's Tale, and I said we don't deserve Super Lucky's Tale, and I kind of think we don't really deserve this game either, based on how hard it is, and how much fun it is, and how much of a unique and well-designed challenge it is. As you can see here, there are explosives in the game, so you're able to blast open walls and stuff like that, and get to different parts of it and find hidden treasures and hidden enemies to get more stuff.
These little things here, you can choose from different blessings. These are in almost every level that I've run across so far. You'll be able to pick one, and then the other ones will blink out, but it powers you up. You see this, the archery one here increases my range damage and increases knockback for people hit by my ranged attacks, which is great because you want separation between you and the bad guys. Lots of destructible elements in the game, lots of destructible bits and bobs, and that's pretty cool. You know, you get to break crates and, you know, pots, you know, Link style. Well, you don't pick them up and throw them, you just kind of break them with your stuff. But lots of treasure chests to find, lots of enemies to kill, and it's really a rewarding game. When you finally get to a point where you're able to complete a level and get through and get to the boss fight, man, it's a nice feeling. It's very hard, like I said. There are occasions where you're going to get assistance in the levels, and you're going to get people that are going to be helping you out as you fight, that are AI controlled, which is great. But they are kind of pincushions, so they're not really around for very long. You will get some that'll find blessings and stuff like that that'll make them stick around longer, but frequently, yeah, you're just going to die pretty quick, or they're going to die pretty quickly. Now, this is one of the boss fights, and I will tell you flat out, the bosses are so difficult. This one I did not beat. Spoilers for the gruesome death scene that's coming up here in a minute as I choke to death on poison and then get killed by baby spiders. But this is such a neat thing. So after 2 levels, you go through and you get to the boss fight. And this one just tore me up. I was not suited for this fight. And as I said, you'll see this game over screen a lot. But let's take another look at a different boss fight here, where I'm able to actually succeed against this moon jelly. Now you see here, there's a bunch of little moon jellies around, and one of the neat things I will point out with those moon jellies is there are blessings that will heal you if you kill enemies. And those little guys will heal you up a little bit, which is pretty nice. You also get items that can heal you up. Now, I've got, you saw that skull kind of floating around me, and that is just a regular equipped item that follows you around, but it also has a use option with a magic item that will allow it to give you a shield. And I used it to the best of my ability and very much to my advantage on this fight against Medusa. This was a really... I don't want to say this was a hard fight. It was actually pretty easy, all told. It's the easiest boss I've had to fight so far. You see, eventually she will crash down, and then you get to go over there and slice her up. But yeah, there's certain ones. This one, and there's one called the Goliath, which is an eyeball on a platform, a floating rock fist. I can't make that up. That were very difficult. Not this one. The spider and the rock fist were very difficult. But Medusa was pretty easy. I've beaten her a couple of times now to get to the next level, although I have not beaten the next level yet.
So there you have Caveblazers, guys. A roguelite action game with a fantasy setting that is truly a unique experience and one of the best games I have played in a long time. I love roguelites. Rogue Legacy is one of my favorite games ever. Toe Jam and Earl's right up there as well, but this is cream of the crop, to quote the Macho Man Randy Savage. This game is spectacular. You can get it right now on PC and Switch, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed with the $15 you spend on it. Great game, tons of fun, absolutely worth your time and investment. But those are just my thoughts on Caveblazers, but I'd love to know what you guys think on it. Have you played it yet? Do you play it on PC or do you play it on Switch? Let us know down below in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Either way, give us a comment on what we can do better or what you enjoyed. If you've watched this far and you enjoyed what we've done, please do consider subscribing because it does help us out. And until next time, guys, play more games.